Lamau. No, you're wrong. There's been more than 2 atomic bombs that have been dropped in war. A Chinese guy bombed 4 million people because he wanted other people to get their food. Tons of atomic bombs have been dropped. We just don't know because they're all super secret military missions. That's what my cousin said. Normally I would say that you can't make any of this up, but that is exactly what he did. There's nothing wrong with my cousin, he's just 11, and many of the children under 12 that I know usually make up stuff like this. So, here is every single little detail about how this is in the top 10 of the most factually incorrect things that has ever been said in the history of all of mankind. We're going to be picking these lines piece by piece so that he feels every detail. He starts his argument by saying, "No, you're wrong." That's the first part where he went wrong. He assumes that I was wrong on how many atomic bombs have been dropped, even though I've been through a couple of history classes and he's just now going into the 6th grade. Good luck in middle school, by the way. I hope you study for your World War II tests. There's been more than 2 atomic bombs that have been dropped in war. Well, let's just take a quick head count to see how many atomic bombs have been dropped. Well, 1, we have Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, and 2, we have Nagasaki in August 9th, 1945. Alright, there's no more left, so how many did we get? 2? Yeah, okay, cool. The next line being, a Chinese guy bombed 4 million people because he wanted other people to get their food. Now, I've never heard of a Chinese guy bombing anything. The only atomic bombs that were dropped killed 90 to 146,000 in Hiroshima, and 39 to 80,000 in Nagasaki. So, nowhere close to his 4 million mark. I haven't been able to see anything about one specific Chinese guy killing 4 million people, unless he meant Mao Zedong, who was the cause of 45 to 75 million people dying. 45 to 75 million is a big jump, but it's just an estimation. With it being such a large gap, I'm going to go with the former at 45 million. He didn't bomb them with an atomic bomb. No, but they did die under his control. Most of the deaths were from overworking, starving, from the famines, or from being banned from canteens for reasons like not working hard enough, being ill, or just too old. There's also military-related deaths or just straight up being beaten to death during the civil wars. He could have also meant Chiang Kai-shek and his massacre on communists in 1927, killing 300 to 400 people, and 5,000 people were reported missing. And he could have also meant Hideki Tojo, who ordered the bombs that were dropped on Pearl Harbor. None of them are about wanting other people to get their food. In fact, I can't even find a massacre war or mass murdering about getting someone else's food, since the dawn of time has ever existed. If I'm wrong, please, someone comment about it. I'd love to know what war he made up on the spot that actually happened. Tons of atomic bombs have been dropped. We just don't know how many because they're super secret military missions. This is my favorite part because of 3 things. 1, we know exactly how many atomic bombs we've dropped, including testings. With the only other 2 bombs dropping during World War II, we can just add those to our total when we're done. The United States has done 1,054 tests. That alone is half of a ton. The United States has done half of the testing ever since we have started testing with nuclear warfare. So, we can't have more than 1 ton. Next is the Soviet Union during 715 tests, France at 210, United Kingdom at 45, as well as China. India and Pakistan both at 6, and North Korea is the only country still conducting testing with 5 at the current moment. So that's 1,054 plus 715 plus 210 plus 45 plus another 45 plus 6 plus another 6 plus 5. That's 2,086 tests. Now let's add Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and we have 2,088 total nuclear bombs dropped for either war or testing. Number 2. There's no way in hell that there could be a super secret military mission that could have happened where we blow an entire city to smithereens without there being any reportings, announcements, or articles done about it. What if the United States decided to just blow up Melbourne, Australia? We can't cover that up at all. Every news station would talk about it, there would be announcements made all over the world, and the pure amount of articles written about it shared on websites like Reddit and Facebook and Twitter would make it impossible to not know about what happened within the first 3 days. The only secret operations that the military could even do are covert missions, and, referring back to point 2, I don't think that we can hide wiping out an entire city for very long. That's only one of the many things that my cousins have said. I could make this a whole series where I just debunk everything that they just make up, and I would have an absolute ball. I love doing research like this. and with him coming up with stuff to make videos about, I'll probably never run out of content. Normally I wouldn't do this because my channel is more or less a cesspool of garbage I just kind of throw up when I'm bored, and I just make a video in like 2 minutes. But I would appreciate if you liked this video and subscribed. I might start making more educational videos like this if I get good feedback.